Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Moments in the Word. I am your host, Evangelist Glenn Mills, Pastor Glenn Mills of Reedy Branch Church. We really missed you folks this weekend, but had an awesome time with our church family here in Carrollton, Georgia at Deeper Life Christian Center. And want to say a big thank you to our pastors, Dan, Pastor Carla, for allowing us to speak. Just really enjoyed being home, friends and family. But hey, we miss our folks at Reedy Branch. Look forward to being back with them Wednesday night in Bible study in the book of James. It's going to be awesome. You know, sometimes I just write stuff down. I love to write. I've got a few books out there. If you get a chance to look at them, you can find them on Amazon. But, you know, I love to write articles, love to read what other people write. And, you know, there's a lot of good stuff on Facebook. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a lot of junk on Facebook as well. But a lot of times there are a lot of good articles. There's good short clips of preachers that really got some powerful stuff. And a lot of times I write this stuff down. I encourage you to do the same. But I just want to share some of those thoughts with you that, you know, I was looking back over some of my notes, and they are really some really awesome things. And so I just want to share a few thoughts with you this morning. One was, it said this: never regret a day in your life. Never regret a day in your life. And here's why. Good days give happiness. Bad days give experience. Worst days give lessons. And the best days give memories. Now, isn't that good? Never regret a day in your life. Why? Because good days give you happiness. Bad days give you experience. Worst days give you lessons. But the best days give you memories. My friend, this stuff like that is so important. I love this one also. Be so confident in God's plan that you do not get upset when things go wrong, that you know is one of life's lessons. Again, be so confident in God's plans that when things don't work out and things get upset and they go wrong, you know it's just one of life's experiences, one of life's lessons to teach you something. Didn't work out the way you want it, but there's something to be learned in the lesson. So pay attention to everything, even the things we don't like. There's something to be learned. I love this one also. I cannot go back and change the beginning, but I can start where I am and change the ending. Isn't that powerful? Can I say that again? I cannot go back and change the beginning, but I can start where I am and change the ending. Just powerful thoughts. Another, sometimes the greatest growth happens when we're uncomfortable and uncertain. It's not when you know it all. It's not when things are going right. Sometimes the greatest growth in your life is when there's restriction. My pastor says that a lot. You know, there's got to be restriction for growth. Even a plant, a seed, when you put it in the ground, it's got to push up through the soil. Even a diamond is made with pressure. And so a lot of times the growth that we go through is not when everything's going great and good, but it is actually when we're uncertain. It's actually when we're uncomfortable that we're growing the most. Another is the strongest people are those the strongest people are not those who win battles in front of us, but rather those who win battles when nobody else is looking. Now, that is so true. Again, the strongest people are often those who are not winning the battles in front of us, but who are winning the battles when nobody else is watching. It's what you're going through personally yourself, trusting God, following the Spirit, and allowing Him to teach you and grow you through the things that a lot of times other people never see. And the last one is every next level. Here we go. Every next level in my life will demand a different version of me. Did you get that? Every next level. We always want to go to another level. We always want to go higher, deeper, wider. We want to become wiser. We want more understanding. But you got to understand, for that to happen, it's going to be a different version of me. I'm not going to remain like I used to be. Thank God today, I'm not what I used to be, but thank God I'm not where I can be, and I'm still moving forward. My friends, these are just little things that I read a lot of times, and when I read them, I write them down. And you'll be amazed that when you go back and you read them again, how powerful these little things can be. I love quotes, and a lot of times I'll use quotes by a lot of great men and women of God because it's an encouragement. But I don't know about you. I don't always remember everything. That's the reason I write it down. I encourage a lot of people, when you go to church, you go to a Bible study, take a note. I can tell you who's serious. They got a notebook with them, and they take notes. Now, I know you can't keep up with everything Glenn Mills says. That's the reason you can hit the pause button and go back and watch it later, and then you can catch it up. But you know, all through my messages, I will bring out little points that sometimes can be life-changing. And you know, if you're taking notes, you can write those things down. So I want to encourage you, sometimes when you're going through and you're scrolling through and something really stands out, you hear a preacher, you hear a teacher, you see a quote, write it down. You'll be amazed at the power of writing things down. Even when you pray, you should journal what you're praying. That way, when you go back later and look at, hey, God answered that. Hey, God answered that and that and that. And then your prayer becomes what? A praise item. How can you have a praise item if you don't remember what you prayed about? So journaling is a powerful tool, especially in your Bible study and listening to something, your own quiet time. Journaling is powerful. So that's really the thought I want to get across to you today. Take time to journal down the things that the Spirit kind of brings into your attention, the things that excite you, the things that inspire you, the things that challenge you, even the things that make you uncomfortable, because sometimes, as we said, that's where your greatest growth is. I hope this has been an encouragement to you this morning. A little bit of food for thought, really what it was. I just, when I read those, I said, hey, I want to share some of those with my audience this morning. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Again, we've had a great time here in Georgia visiting with friends and helping get some things done here on this beautiful farm that God has blessed Mom and Pop with. But looking forward to getting back home to the branch and get there with our wonderful people and get back to work and see God do awesome things there. God bless y'all, and thank you again so much for tuning in to Glenn Mills Ministries. Kim and I love y'all with all of our heart. And if you got anything we can pray with you about, please send it to us, and we'll be praying for you. We'll catch you a little later.